succeed, it's going to spread panic throughout the area.
Anti-Fringe, you do all the work for the paper, and then I will write the byline for you. Alright? And then we'll publish it together. Are humans sentient?
Strike team has reached the AO. Requesting authorization to deploy.
Solid copy, Big Sky. Strike 1 is cleared to engage.
I've had some really perplexing moments in playing games where my consciousness sort of stops doing the work and my subconscious just plays and does completely fine. The weirdest is when I'm like thinking that I want to perform a certain action or something like that, and then I click a different button.
Copy that, Commander.
But I don't like feel like I did something wrong. I feel like that was the thing I was meant to do.
Okay, essaye.
I've had some very, very weird experience playing like 24 tables of poker for 8 hours in a row, and what that causes my consciousness to end up looking like.
Confirmed. Roger that. Moving to target location.
How do you see more than 4 soldiers come out of the Sky Ranger? I think mechs are drawn differently from bios, and so when you have mechs and bios together, sometimes you'll see more than 4. But I'm not certain. I've never investigated fully. I know what you mean though, and it's a little bit different for sure. Okay, we found the entire map.
That's affirmative. I'm on the move. Solid copy. I'm on the move.
On the move.
On my way.
Yes, sir.
We might not actually try for meld this time. Although, these guys are just completely irrelevant. Like, every alien that I've actually seen so far is not even a real thing.
I'm watching.
Okay, those are real things.
On Overwatch.
J'ouvre l'œil, commandant. Roger. Got eyes.
Ouvre la porte. Ouvre? Ouvre? That means egg, right? You want me to egg the port?
Headed there now.
My command of French is,
I'm on my way.
it is fabled in certain circles.
Moving. Moving out.
Moving to position.
Position confirmed.
Tout de suite. Guy cover. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it, sir.
Got it covered.
J'ouvre l'œil, commandant.
Roger. I got my eyes on.
That's unfortunate, Anti-French. I always just thought my subconscious was better at poker than my conscious was. I never felt like it was
There now. Enemy in sight.
making bad decisions. Do we have a Shogun? I don't think we do. Alright, now what do we do? Some sort of hollow targeting
Heading there now.
on the sectoid commander would be nice. I'm going to assume that it's dead, so I'm just going to shoot rather than suppress.
Miss the target.
Let's move way back into the corner. The outsiders are going to be alive. Try to get this below half health before Houndy has to shoot it. That is comfortably below half health. Alright. Give it a little tickle.
No longer a threat.
I would like to trade where my Rocketeer and Houndy are somehow, but still leave Houndy with a firing position. Ah, it's not going to happen, is it?
Roger that, sir.
Let's go here.
Moving out.
Smoke up.
I'm on it, Commander. I field, Commander. Cover here.
If we put this in the right place, it should show us an awful lot of information. Get a disabling shot on this guy. This guy's irrelevant. Even a rocket?
Suck on this.
Okay, someone's gonna have to explain to me how Anti-Fringe cannot see. Wait, Houndy. How Houndy cannot see that outsider. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Heading there now.
Moving.
Kill. Kill here. Good. And Overwatches should be fine.
Affirmative. Covering
Come
now.
get some.
At least our floaters keep their legs, but our floaters have limited flying fuel. I would give up my soldiers' legs if they could have infinite flight fuel. In fact, like that's a snap decision right there. I don't even have to think about that one, to be honest.
I'm rolling. Hoorah! Look sharp. Enemy
Oh.
rolling up.
Okay. It's a good thing that those guys are irrelevant in every way. Might go for a disabling shot on the outsider this turn. Just double tap this drone with Temujin.
I'll get him next time.
Okay, good work.
I'm on it, Commander. Bye-bye.
Houndy continues to do absolutely nothing with his light him up, but be perfectly fine as a soldier despite it. I could use command to kill the outsider. Let's just shoot. I cannot use commands to kill the outsider.
Cover position here. I'm on it. Got it covered.
I'm just gonna go for Overwatches and assume that we're fine.
Affirmative. Je couvre la zone.
Mr. Darkman is suppressed. Mr. Outsider is confused. I don't really know what you can say about what the drone did. The drone's a drone, I guess. See if we can do this without hollow targeting this time.
That's a load of
Cool.
Need a resupply.
This is the last grenade of the mission for my engineer. Let's hold off on that. Oh, it's an entire pod right there. Okay. How are they not visible yet? Doesn't make any sense. 2 sectoids, drone, and an outsider. Active right now.
Moving.
Step here. They're still not visible. This doesn't make a ton of sense, does it? Okay, whatever. I think I'm just gonna press Overwatch.
Roger that. Scanning.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Surveillance. Overwatching.
They want to be invisible, then good for them. Take a reload on the sniper.
Affirmative.
Overwatch there is fine. Overwatch here is fine. Maybe there's a seeker on that tile stopping me from stepping out. That's the only thing I can think of. Is there a seeker active though?
Incoming hostiles. Enemy is attempting to flank
Don't know
us.
if there is.
They're moving around the side.
I just heard a meld canister expire.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Here I go.
No! 1, 2, 3, 4. I think the outsider has left.
Tout de suite. Alien neutralisé.
You're dead. I'm gonna put a rocket through this building. There should be fine.
Target locked.
You're dead. Okay.
Position confirmed.
I thought that was just a really, really massive outsider that I'd killed without realizing. But no, his corpse is just floating in the air. Sectoid and an outsider. We can go for a rapid fire. 30% twice is slightly more likely to hit than 145. Slightly. That's true, right? Math.
I'm on my way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's true.
Moving to Overwatch.
Is the cutoff like 28?
Oh yeah.
18?
Affirmative. Covering now.
Affirmative. Covering now.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Hostiles are losing ground.
There's an outsider over there.
I'm still operational.
Okay.
Hostile unit
And
located.
cyber disk. So 2/3 times 2/3. 0.7 squared. 49%. Is it 18? Hold on. This is very important to me. Yeah, it's 18. 33, 33. Oh, wait. 33% is the breakpoint where you stop being rewarded for rapid firing with a higher chance of hitting it at least one time. So we got some drones, we got a cyber disc, it's like inside for some reason. I don't know. I've never questioned why cyber discs do things.
I'm rolling.
They just sort of do.
Hoorah!
There's probably a cyber disc on Overwatch, like right in here. Huh.
On my way.
You're dead.
I need ammo soon.
Oh, I actually have a
I'm
Jaeger.
on my way.
Yeah, I learned. You're dead. You probably aren't going to die to this shot. That's fine. Dead anyway. And one disc, one drone, one sectoid.
Moving.
Just going to put the Pathfinder here. Disc isn't going to be able to see anything that it can actually deal relevant damage to.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
I'm basically pretending the sectoid doesn't exist at the moment.
I'm on it.
Until it gives me a reason not to, I'm gonna stand by that approach. Just shoot this. Grenade is not a problem.
My systems are still intact.
Repair is also not a... Whoa. I think that drone was trying to repair,
Minimal damage detected.
and then it found out the outsider still had, Cyberdisc still had full health.
J'ai plus rien.
Try to get some shred on this disc. Good. Stand underneath it with a mech and it should die.
That's affirmative.
Yup.
It's a superficial wound.
Night, Reva. Oh, I like can capture things and stuff. I forgot that that was a thing. Don't I want the weapon fragment though? I think I want the weapon fragment.
Moving out.
Pretty sure would rather just kill this than capture it.
Ammo nearing depletion.
Maybe we should let our soldiers decide.
Got it covered. Aye, aye, Commander. Eyes peeled, Commander.
Rolling out.
Just gonna flank it with last night. Make it a little bit tougher for the sector to get a shot off against the mech. That's Marco Sona. It's not a problem.
Heading out.
Gonna give the sectoid a chance to come home with us.
Target incapacitated.
Excellent work.
And
All objectives complete.
he has made his decision. Got some wounds. These are all just exhaustions, though. Not real wounds. 1 meld from the mission.
We will be in touch, Commander.
$138. We're up to 124 fragments. Did I already get advanced surgery or whatever it's called? What is it called? It is called advanced surgery. They just don't bother to alphabetize this for you for some reason. Kind of them. Gonna grab UFO tracking. I think it's like, I don't know, mostly a waste of money, but we're blocked on fragments and meld, and
I'll make
alloys
sure
and Illyrium
production
aren't as
begins
big a
imme-
deal at the moment. Can't remember any part of my Long War 2 run. Which Long War 2 run? I think there were like 7 so far.
Incoming transmission.
We are extremely
December is
impressed
done.
with the progress of the XCOM project thus far, Commander. Your recent results were beyond our expectations, and that is not a statement this council makes lightly.
Thank you, Shadow Man. Is there anything to comment on here? I feel like 10 UFOs rated is a very, very high number. Otherwise, we just did everything. There were 2 abductions. I just missed marking one of them off.
Remember, we will be watching.
The councilman will be watching. Alien research is still comfortably negative in terms of bonus research. Resources are at 90 right now, which means this is going to be the same month all over again. Try to actually mark stuff off this time around. Have
The new
873
engineers arrived
credits.
This morning, Commander. We're always glad to have more help down here.
Nothing to do with them.
I appreciate your efforts to support the research team, Commander. I've already put the new recruits to work in the lab.
I'm gonna build a shiv just to see if it breaks my overlay. How does one build a shiv? Oh, it's a type of plane. Of course it is. Let's build a
Commander,
few
Our current satellite
extra
uplink
satellites just in
facilities are
case.
at full capacity. We should build additional uplinks as soon as possible to allow for new satellite deployments.
Hollow targeter is free, so why not? Let's build 2 even. Smart shell pod, no. Let's grab an extra E module. Extra tracking. Yeah, Space Cowboy, how's it going? How's my threat level never raised above 2? I'm just killing all of their resources every single month and they don't have a base. So the aliens are not having a great time this campaign. They haven't successfully harvested resources except for one time a few months ago where I let them because my roster was sort of fatigued. And other than that, I've been shooting down every small and medium UFO for the entire campaign, I believe, including their bombing runs, which most people wouldn't even be seeing until fairly late in the campaign. I was seeing those in May or something and shooting them down. How does that... Are you serious? Whoa! 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 Wow! Actual, like, useful interface support. I had no idea that was there. You can click on the abilities and it brings them into the perk tree.
After going to all this trouble, the aliens are probably more than a little upset that we didn't...
That's quite useful. There's no reason to have the abilities button on the menu if you can do that, because you can just click on the abilities, but it's really cool. Does that even work over here? It does! So why is this button here then? All they need is to, like, put this button there. This button could be clicking on the soldier. Customize could be clicking on the soldier's face. I don't know where you put gene mods. The esteemed Faticus is returned from wound time. No. Yup. Okay, we have a Gauss machine gun. So that coupled with Archangel armor finishing means our gunner is going to be flying from now on.
Contact detected.
And we've got a harvester coming in. A harvester? So this is one of their harvest missions, but because it happens so early in the month and they just got their monthly stipend, the aliens like get free resources at the end of each month, depending on how long the campaign's gone. They actually have enough resources that they don't feel like they have to send full transport. They're just sending a harvester here.
Approaching target now. They're all over us. Disengaging.
Love tap. I do not yet have harvester analysis done. Let's see if we can grab that. Rhinoscope, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream, Rhinoscope. Hope you've been enjoying the show. Appreciate the support a lot. How you doing, Rhinoscope? Good night, Jay Darkman.
Contact detected.
This has landed. How's that research coming? I think that will be fast enough to complete before it leaves. Get. So we're quick enough to get the abductor done as well, if that ever lands. The reason that I've never finished any of these projects is that it increases the damage you deal with each shot at the UFO, which increases the chance that you're going to destroy the UFO instead of getting a crash site out of it. And we just want as many crash sites as we can get.
Contact detected.
Team should be ready to go now. The only thing scarier than a Peter on the ground is a Peter in the sky. Scouts? All my scouts are gone. Alright, we'll bring Umbach, bring Miss McDonald. One engineer, one medic, why not? And I should be able to bring a few mechs here. Go Guardian, Valkyrie. One Marauder? Would be fine. I sort of want them for the covert operation, but whatever. Fort Triumph is now hosting me. Thanks, Fort Triumph. I'll take this moment to shill for Fort Triumph again. I think that Fort Triumph looks really cool. It's an XCOM type game with kinetic environments basically, so you can knock environment objects over and push enemies around into things which stun them and stuff like that. If you have not checked out Fort Triumph yet, a Google search will find you a demo which you can play, and a Patreon which you can support development of the game on and stuff like that. Highly recommend checking it out. I feel like I could be a very prominent shell. I really feel like I have all of the necessary qualities. I go alloy jacketed rounds and Van Dorn, and I think a neural gun link. Gone are the days where my gunner was only allowed to suppress. Put Atmo Fish in the sky as well. The Titan armor for Somnambulist. You're most welcome, Fort Triumph. So everybody's in Titan or Archangel except my officer. Why would you bother protecting the officer? Just gonna check real quick if we have Captain yet. For Umbach, we do. Let's grab 5 defense while in cover. I never really decided whether I preferred 5 defense in cover or +1 DR for soldiers within a certain aura who were in cover. At this point, neither of them... Okay, well, let's count. You don't use cover, you don't use cover, you don't use cover, you don't use cover, and you don't use cover. So... probably overall not a very big deal which one I choose at this point in the campaign.
Prepare for deployment, Strike One.
I've never heard a Fart Triumph joke.
Listen up. We're going to be dropping you deep in the Nigerian interior for the next operation. We've pinpointed the location of the UFO landing site. It's set down in an isolated area out in the country. We should be able to secure the area before the aliens have time to move.
With the additional alloys for doing the analyses not compensate for the additional